Hi everybody, and welcome to today's video, which is about how and why to catalog your deck collection. Now, I originally decided to do this when somebody in my Facebook group mentioned that they were going to buy a new deck, and I thought that actually, when you think about it, the easiest way to buy a new deck would be to look through your existing collection to see if there was an artist that you favored or a publishing house that you favored. And then so I decided to put mine all in a catalog, and I'm going to show you today how I've done that and how you can sort that catalog and how you can use it to help you analyze your catalog. So I've just used Excel for mine. You could do it in Access if you were a database whiz. I'm not. And I believe you can do anything in Excel. So all I've done is I've literally just grabbed all the boxes down off the shelf and I've made note of the deck name, the deck author, the artist, the publishing house, the year, whether it's Tarot or Oracle or Lenormand or Marseille, and also whether it's an actual physical card deck or whether it's an electronic deck. So because I do have a lot of tarot apps as well, so I wanted to make note of which were which. And the theme was harder than I thought to actually categorize. So as you can see, there's a lot of blank spots. Sometimes it's quite hard to identify a theme, but anyway, nonetheless, it's there. Now, the deck author and the deck artist, it's important to categorize, to have those both in your list, because sometimes you might like a deck, for the way that the pictures are drawn, or you might like a deck for the way that the guidebook is written. And sometimes these are done by two different people. Sometimes you can see here, this one, it was by, the same person. And here, Ciro, same person. But sometimes it's a different person. You have one person who writes the guidebook and you have one person who does the artwork. So if you like a deck because of the artwork, it's actually the artist that you need to be looking at and looking to see if they've done or illustrated any other deck. So it's important to differentiate between these two. I decided, for me personally, that I would have these headings. I mean, there's many other headings that you could include. It really just depends on what you want to track. I wanted the year because I wanted to know which was my oldest deck and which was my newest deck. I wanted to be able to look at a glance at how many tarot decks I had compared to how many oracle decks I had, which is why I've got this column. Same with this. I want to know how many physical decks versus how many electronic decks. And for me, publishing house was important because, I follow a lot of publishing houses on Instagram. So the ones that I obviously buy the most from, I'll pay more attention to when they post something on Instagram if they've got a deck coming out. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to put in a very simple filter that allows you to sort these columns in an alphabetical or reverse alphabetical order to help you analyze the data that you've got. So I would recommend always having this first column here, because obviously you always want to know at a glance how many decks you've got, and that will tell you immediately, all right, how many decks you've got. So whenever you deal with this filter, you don't touch this column. So we're going to start from here, and you're literally just going to highlight all of your headings, whichever headings you've done, okay? Then you're going to go up and you're going to look for this thing here that says sort and filter. All right, it's got an A to Z for the sorting and like a little funnel thing, which is the filter icon. You click on that and then you click on filter. All right, and that's it. Voila, done. You see how they've got all these little down arrows next to them now? That means that all of those columns, you can change the order. You can sort it alphabetically or you can sort it reverse alphabetically. So let's say we want to do a check on, we want to know who published a certain deck of ours. So let's just say we're looking for the Nature's Whispers Oracle cards, and we want to know who published it. So first what we do is we sort this column into A to Z so that it's in alphabetical order. There it is, bam. And then we would simply scroll down to Nature's Whispers Oracle cards. There it is. And then we come across here and we go, great. That was published by Blue Angel. All right. In 2015, it's an Oracle deck and it's a physical card. And who knows what theme it is. Okay. Let's say now we want to buy a new deck and we really like, I don't know, Elizabeth Elba as an artist. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to have a look and we're going to see how many decks we've got by Elizabeth Elba. So we're going to, the artist. So we're going to sort this column into alphabetical order so that we can find Elizabeth's name easier. There she is. Oops. So she's the illustrator for the Everyday Witch Oracle and Tarot. And you can see that she's paired up twice with Deborah Blake. And as far as I know, they're doing another one coming out soon. So you know, that's really useful. So now let's have a little bit of fun. Okay, so let's see which publishing house has taken the most of my money since I've bought tarot decks. Now we sorted into publishing house order, so we can see here. Hay House says here count 20. Okay, so I've bought 20 decks from a Hay House. Llewellyn only 10. Los Scarabeo only 8. Oh, look, but there's a lot of self-published decks that I've bought. 19, so that's interesting. Fool's Dog is the tarot app. The company that converts the tarot decks into tarot apps. So I've got 12 and US Games comes at a, a low count of 7. So we can see therefore then that it's Hay House that has taken the most of my money with regards to my buying tarot and oracle decks. So now let's have a look and see how many tarot decks I've got compared to how many oracle decks. So now we're going to sort this column and we can see I've got 3 Lenormand decks and 1 Marseille deck. I've got a lot of oracle decks. Let's have a look. Oracle. I'll just go far down and then go back so we can see tarot at the same time. Okay. Have a look down here. 49 oracle decks. Yikes. Okay. Am I going to have more tarot? What do you reckon? 49 oracle decks and... oh, 48 tarot decks. So I have officially got more oracle decks than I have tarot decks. That is a surprise. I would have really thought that I had more tarot than oracle. So that's quite funny. Okay, so now let's have a look and see how many physical decks compared to how many electronic decks. Yeah, I mean, that's goes without saying. So I've got 19 tarot apps on my phone and an exorbitant number of others. 82 physical decks. So there you go. So, you know, I hope that helps you a little bit, because I really think that once you look for the patterns and you see, let me just show you another one quickly before I go. So let's just have a look at which artist, okay, I favor the most. So you can see here I've got 3 Chiro decks. Chiro, I don't know how you pronounce it. Chiro always sounds more cheerful. Here, Jenna della Grottaglia. There's a few there, but I know she works a lot with Colette Baron-Reid. And actually, to be fair, these decks are, even though I've got so many of them, these decks aren't actually my favorite decks. I'm not a huge Colette Baron-Reid fan. Not of the person, just of the decks. Lisa Hunt. I've got a few of hers. And Paulina Cassidy. I have a few of Paulina Cassidy's. And then let's see. Yeah, so that's interesting. And then if I go to deck author, you can see here, I mean, Barbara Moore. I've got a lot of Barbara Moores. That's what I was looking for here, Kristen. So Kristen she is OTM_academy on Instagram. She is amazing. She combines arts and crafts with tarot and oracle reading, and she creates the most incredible stuff. but she calls herself, amongst other things, a deck creatrix, and she absolutely is. Look at this. They're all self-published, so they're all for sale on printstudio.com. I have 14 of her decks. I use them for the what tarot card is this and what oracle card is this exercises in the group, as well as some of the Friday funds. It's incredible. I love, I love her stuff. So that's interesting. I've got so many of hers. That's fantastic. Brilliant. Okay, so 101 and counting. I have got one in the post on its way from Australia, so it'll be 102 soon. Brilliant. Okie dokie. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. You know the score. Please, if you have liked it, please give the video a like and subscribe, and hit the bell button so you don't miss out when I post something new. And if you have found it useful, do let me know by commenting below. I do reply to all comments. Super duper. Great. Then happy cataloging, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.